season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
From the 38, Love. It's complete, but I think the ball's out. They find some up. There he goes, left side. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The gain knocks this one through, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Love's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On third down, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New England's offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. But here's another carry for Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Harris running straight ahead. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Love, they go play action now. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go now.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
And he'll work down inside the 45. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44, Love being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Play fake. Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One of the selling points at the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that throw.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Love now to pass on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now Clement fumbles the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gay is on for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's Pierce. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
It's Mixon on the counter.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Love. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Love's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nifty move. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight. widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. Escape, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. A beautiful fake. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set, tempo, set. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor, finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and he floated one out there incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Play action. Skaggs. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Texans on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Skaggs going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Patriots take over. Now Jones.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Chase Claypool.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Skaggs going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Skaggs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones
able to hit his target, Claypool.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Skaggs. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Skaggs. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass. That's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this